Okay, so this is my code running. Epic Dance Battle, open file, run test 1, get your output, win, moves. I got lose, all my moves, I don't have a count. And then test 3, it'll just crash. So I'll go through first with my file input. So basically reading everything in. Then I'm adding the moves that have already been created in a for loop, the number of moves made so far. Then you start the game. So enter the game loop. Basically while the current turn does not equal the last turn. Cycle through your player moves. So if it's first player, obviously doing the first player's move. The players have a base class that they were derived from, and they each implement their own next move. However, they're essentially the same thing, so it was kind of pointless doing that. But basically, if a player can do a move, then add the move to the list down here and increment the turn. If you can't, then it's game over and you output everything. So for each player's move, they have their AI, which in this case is MinMaxSearch, and basically you pass in your function, the second move, the row column to look at for your next move, basically, the floor, and what turn it is. That's pretty much the only difference between the first player and second player next moves. But when you go in, it calls a successor function, which is recursive. At first I tried to pull my depth first search and use that kind of as the base, but then I quickly realized that this was more of a recursive function. So that's basically how I implemented it. So for each node, you're going and generating its children, and you're calling the successor function on each, which basically you're creating the whole tree until you get to a leaf. And then finally, if you look at your own type, if you're max, that means your children are mins. So you are trying to find the minimum value for them. If you have no children, you have no moves left, basically, so you lose. And if you still have children, then you add the child with the highest value. So my dance floor is made of a 2-dimensional array. There's turn, first player. There's the